Have you ever bought furniture or more permanent things in your home, like a bathtub or vanity or cabinets, and then in the end, they don't quite fit right? There may have been some measuring issues that could have been avoided had there been a drawn out floor plan, and that's what this video is all about. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to draw a basic floor plan to help you avoid any future catastrophes when buying furniture, cabinets, really anything for your space. This is one of the first steps that designers use when planning out furniture placement, cabinetry, lighting, anything. It starts with a measured out floor plan. Also in this video, you'll see that it was taken over a period of time. Life happens, and sometimes when I'm recording, I have to stop abruptly, or in this case, my phone died and then I had to get on with the day and just didn't get back to recording the video until today, actually. So it's done, it's finished. I hope that you enjoy it and hope that you find this helpful. You're gonna need a regular piece of paper, some graph paper as little squares, a measuring tape, and a pencil with an eraser. I'm just gonna give you a quick tour of my bathroom. You walk in from a hallway to the bedroom, and then we have a little wall there, sink, corner bathtub and shower, and then the toilet room. We've got our blank piece of paper, and I'm just gonna draw out a rough outline of the room. So here's the hallway, here's this wall, this long wall, this long wall. Okay. Doesn't have to be straight, doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so that's kind of my bathroom. All right, so there's a door here. Got the shower here. I am planning on remodeling the bathroom, so I'm not gonna draw in the shower and the tub. I just want the outline of the room. I do have a window here, which is a permanent thing, so I'll leave that, and a window here. And to draw a window, you just draw a rectangle right over the line. So now I'm gonna go around the room and measure from this corner to this corner, this corner to this corner, and all the way around the room. I will also be measuring from this corner to the window edge and measuring the window, and then measuring how much wall we have here. Same with this one. I will measure from this corner to the edge of the window, measure the window, and then measure all the way to the other corner. And then I will measure from this corner to the opening of this doorway. I'll measure the doorway, and then I'll measure this right here. So I'm gonna put the measuring tape all the way up against the corner of the wall, and I'm gonna come out, just make that longer. I'm gonna come out all the way, make sure it's straight. Okay, so that's 41.5. So what I'm gonna do is draw a line here and here, and I am going to put the measurement right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put 3 feet dash 5.5 inches. Usually you round these numbers, but I'm gonna keep it there. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing here, draw a line here, draw a line here, write the measurement. It's a little tricky measuring by yourself, but I have this nice little ledge all the way across. It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so this one is under 119.5 inches. So I'm just gonna go ahead and round down to 119. So that's 9 feet, 11 inches. Okay, 9 feet, just one dash, sorry, one apostrophe for feet, dash 11 inches, 2 apostrophes for inches. Real quick, before I do this next wall, I've drawn out the measuring lines. So I'm gonna make these ones bigger because I know that there's different measurements that I need to take. So I want to measure from here to the edge of the window. That's going to be this number. And then I want to measure the window, which is going to be this number, the wall to the corner after the window, this number. And then this line is for the entire wall measurement. So a common mistake that is made, and this goes with baseboards too, but I'm talking about this sink. There's like this ledge right here. It's easy for the measuring tape to slip to here or start with here. So when you're measuring, just make sure it's literally from the wall all the way across to the other wall. Same with baseboards. You want to make sure that you're not measuring from baseboard to baseboard or even from wall to baseboard. You want to make sure the measuring tape is as even as possible and wall to wall. Because it really does, like when you take out both of the baseboards, it actually kind of makes a difference, even if it is just inches we're talking about. Okay, so I know that I already measured the whole wall, but I like to come back in and measure the window so I can get a better measurement rather than doing all the subtracting of numbers. I don't like to do that. So I'll just come back in and measure the window and then measure the little piece of wall over there to get a good measurement. I know it can get kind of tedious, but we've got 10. We've got a perfect 10 feet there. Now, when you're measuring like 10 feet and 0 inches, you're not just gonna put 10 feet, you're gonna put 10 feet dash 0 inches to avoid any confusion. This was 7 inches, and because it's less than a foot, I'm gonna put 0 feet dash 7 inches. Same thing, you're gonna put that 0 there. Now I'm gonna go remeasure the window. Okay, so it was 29 inches. I'm gonna round up to 30. That's 2 feet and 6 inches. Oops, there's a dash. 6 inches. Now, this is actually also pretty important, especially if you are in school and have a drafting assignment. So we've got 13 feet 1 inch here, and we want to make sure that these measurements all add up to this one. So we've got 10, 2, 6, and 7. We want to make sure that we don't carry the 1 over at 10, like normal math, because it takes 12 inches to make a foot. So we've got 10 feet, 0 inches, 2, that's 12, 12, 6. Okay, so 6 plus 7 is 13, which we need 12 to make 1, so that's 13 and 1. Perfect. All right, same thing, just outline this one. I'm gonna measure here. That one's actually also, I just measured it, it's 7 inches. Measure the window, measure the wall to the window, the corner of the wall to the window, and then measure the whole wall. We've got 7 inches there, 2 feet 6 inches, and then we have 6 feet 10 inches, and this is 9 feet 11 inches. Another thing to be sure to do is to make sure that this wall matches up with this wall. Not every house is perfect. I got closer to 10 feet on this wall here. You may be an inch or 2 off, but just go back and do your measurements. Like this one is just a tad over, like a fourth of an inch over 11 inches, like 9 feet 11 inches, and then this one was closer to 10 feet actually. But when I went in and measured these separately, it was closer to 9/11. So just make sure they match up, unless one wall goes further out, obviously. From this corner to this corner should match up with 13/1. So again, not every room is perfectly square. It might be a couple inches off. Okay, last wall we've got from the corner to the door right here, the door size right here, this little bit of wall right here, the hallway entrance right here, and we already did that. And then we're gonna do from this corner to this corner, which is gonna be this measurement. This was 3 feet and 2 inches, like with a trim in a doorway, because there's kind of like bumps all over the place. So I'm gonna put, I rounded down. It was a little bit more than 3 feet 2 inches, but I rounded down. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you real fast. When you're measuring the doorway, you're gonna wanna measure from the inside of the casing to the inside of the casing. When you're measuring the wall, you're gonna go all the way to where you start your other measurement here. So like this is the end of the trim. It's kind of hard to see. This is the end of the trim, and then this is like the door frame kind of thing. Show you there. So go ahead and measure to this line right here, and then that's where you start your measurement for the doorway. So this is 2.6, and I'm gonna start my measurement here. Not here, not here, you probably can't see that, but not from the edge of the trim, from kind of the door casing right there. So that is almost 9 inches. Okay, so 2 feet 6 inches, and this was 0 feet 9 inches. So there's a lot of rounding in here, and so we'll see what the full measurement is. It should be 13/1. Again, not every room is the same, but I think I'm gonna go off of this because this is an easier wall to measure, and so I'm gonna match up 13/1, but I will go ahead and measure that just to make sure. It was 13/1, so 13 feet 1 inch. Okay, so now I'm just gonna make sure all of these numbers add up to 13/1, and because there was a lot of rounding, like sometimes you'll have to go back and like change one number to like 3 feet 2 inches instead of 3 inches. So you may have to go back and kind of like remeasure some places. Maybe those knocked down to 8 inches instead of 9 inches. You just have to mess with it a little bit just because there was so much rounding, just to even it out. So you pick where the best places would be to do that, and just make sure it's evened out. All right, so I just wrote this out so that you can see how I do the math. These numbers need to add up to, they carry over by 12s, not 10s. 26, so I'm gonna write 26 there, so 11 there. 24 inches is 2 feet, so I'm gonna add 2 there, that's 13, and 2 inches. Okay, so I was close. I ended with 13 feet 2 inches. So I'm gonna change this to an 8 because I know that that was kind of like not exactly 9 inches. So I moved that to an 8. That's 1 inch less, 1 inch less here. So 13/1. Okay, I know that that was a lot, but that's the basic way that you measure. And now we're gonna take the just rough sketch and measurements and put it onto graph paper.